Hi guys, welcome to another video on Diablo 3. My name is Wilfred. I'm playing with my wife here, Season 12. Both of us are playing the Crusader. And this is one of those videos on the progress we have so far. We are still at the very early stage of gearing. And everything here is fun because, there's quite a lot of upgrade from time to time when you play. And now I would like to also introduce a little bit on how we are doing on the Crusader so far. You may notice that I'm doing a blasted hammer build while my wife is doing a blasted shield build, and both of us doing things a little bit differently, kind of deliberate because she has gone a little bit further than me. We both started with the blasted hammer because that is the set that is given from this season 12, but she managed to get the whole set of the Archon, which is plus all the necessary BIS items. Close enough, so she has switched to the so-called Captain America build. I'm still stuck with this, I would say, glass hammer build for a reason that I'll show you a little bit later. But I must say that the blasted hammer, which is something I've done before in the past, is still something that I really enjoy. The build comes alive once I get more BIS item, and I still haven't got everything yet, and I'll probably share with you a little bit on how the progress so far. The goal is for me to transition into the blasted shield, just like my wife, because I think it has a better potential in the higher rift. But then, I'm not known for going for high rift for the best build, because I just like to play and enjoy the build that I'm using. So long as it's still viable, it's fine, because even for Necromancer, for the second character in the season 11, it wasn't one of the highest anyway, but it's something that's doable. I can live with it. Alright, now gear wise, I've got almost everything. I've got the Secret Harness, which is the belt item. It's nice, it buffed the it's something to do with the Falling Sword. Buff that a little bit. I've got the Gabriel Vambrace as well, which I think is very necessary for this build because it helped me to refund my Wrath, which is the resource kind of, the white bubble that you see there is called Wrath. So it helped me to refund so long as I hit certain, number of target that's not as many as his whole screen like this one. I've got the conversion of element as well. You can see that you see that the whatever going around the character has some sort of like sometimes it's fire, sometimes it's holy, sometimes it's lightning or whatnot. It is a bit hard to pay attention to wait until that moment to use it, because to be honest, it's just super hectic playing this build. You have to constantly hitting something, because there's a passive that as you deal holy damage, which is what this build is about, you gain health as well. So you have to constantly just keep hitting something or killing something. Not only that, I've got the Johanna's argument finally. It is very nice because it makes the hammer goes a lot faster, and it becomes a lot easier to walk and spin the hammer like what you see here. I haven't got this Johanna argument for a long time, which is the one-hand frail items. And people have been asking me, like, how come you're not using it? Well, it's not that I don't want to use it. First of all, it doesn't drop. Second of all, I try to craft it, but I run out of death breath, and I just don't have it. But now that I have it, I'm pretty pleased with the result. It buffed my hammer faster, is nice. And I've got Guard of the Johanna as well as a shield, and that is also very important because it buffed the first 3 hammer that is being spin off, or rather it hit the first 3 target is the hardest. So normally if you face off with the boss, all this area damage is not that great in terms of the usually area damage is not good, but it buffed the area damage in a way that the first 3 targets hit deal a lot more damage. So in essence, it doesn't make the area damage too insane, because Blasted Hammer hit almost everything on the screen, but it balanced between single and multiple target, which I think Blizzard has done a good job on that one. I've got the Fatal Memory as well, which is the in the Kanai Cube. It basically it's just to do something to do with the Falling Sword as well. It buffed that. I've got the Obsidian Ring of Zodiac, which You know, this build is very much like my Rathma build. It's very resource intensive. I have to constantly thinking of how to get the resource back. So of course provoke, which is the number 2 item, which is taunt. By the way, this is Greater Rift is 55. We have never tried this before, so we thought we'd give it a try here anyway. So the taunt is the one, that provoke is the one that give resource back, but mainly I use the other things like Auxiliary Ring of the Zodiac, that whenever I spend spirit, there's a chance to, you know, it kind of like recover some of this like cooldown reduction. And the whole Crusader build is full of cooldown. Not sure whether you're aware or not. Button number 1 is help me to survive better with my Iron Skin. Number 2 is to provoke, generate the resource. Number 3 is to actually do more crit. Number 4 is the ultimate kind of champion, which is to make him even more awesome and can take death as well. And then after that, the right click button is a falling sword, also a cooldown. So this build is very cooldown intensive. Now what am I lacking? Well, obviously I've got the whole set of the lights, so my set item is sorted. I'm lacking the hammer jammer, which would kind of buff the hammer for those target that's been stunned. So when I do stun or whatnot, it will deal a lot more damage. So that's something I'm lacking. I'm also lacking of the Traveler Pledge as well as the Compass Rose. I've got a Compass Rose ring, which is a set item by the way, but I haven't got the Traveler Pledge. So now without that, it makes the build very fragile, because with the Traveler Pledge, I would get like a huge damage reduction while I'm moving, which you can see me, I'm moving almost all the time. But if I'm doing the standstill, it will be a lot of damage coming out. So anyway, this is the last boss with the Guardian. This Guardian is known to one-shot people. If you are facing this way, I have to run away. Yay! So that is what I do. I will just go away a little bit and leave a kiting here and there. I mean, yeah, it's just something you need to do. Otherwise, it's patience. Then my wife is doing the Captain America behind it. No depth, so that there are 4 chances to upgrade the gem. As you can see, my gems are still very low level, only in the 30-ish. But like I say, I mean, we are still at the very beginning of our gearing, and we found that in this journey is always the most fun. I'm not quite sure whether I should remain as a Blasted Hammer while my wife does a Blasted Shield. Just a little bit of combination, the two of us, so that I could be in front while she'll be at my back, trying to help me clear stuff at the mid-range, while I'll be at front taunting the enemies. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, you guys are more Diablo kind of expert than me. 3.5 minutes for a Rift is kind of fast. It's kind of nice if I want to level my gem fast, because if I do it in an hour, no, I don't. Because as you level up your gem, you have to take a higher Rift as well. But my goal is to get my gem up the level so that it can become more awesome. Just in general, hunting for gear. So far, my gear are just not great at all. I do the best I could to just re-roll the items, but it's one of those things. And by the way, this is wonderful, man. I've got this loot. All the affixes are just all that I want: strength, vitality, crit chance, and so on. And holy damage is 20%, which is highest. The melee reduction and stuff like that. So Paragon wise, still very low. It's very, very low. It's under 400. So I think the goal for the season, at least do a 800. Yeah. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in Nutrition. Bye.